you are either going to agree with me or understand where I'm coming from by the end of this video, or you're going to completely disagree and think I'm crazy for what I'm about to say, but just hear me out. Last week, a clip of Kylie Jenner was making the rounds because it was her crying about the things people were saying about her looks. And as we know, I have some experience with that. So many years ago, Kylie did a campaign on her Instagram. It was a I Am More Than campaign or something like that, where she featured different people who look different and sort of just like highlighted their story on her Instagram. And her team reached out to my team and said they wanted me to be a part of it, and we agreed. And they asked if I could send over a photo and a bio and some information. And they also said that they wanted to set up a time for me to talk to Kylie on the phone before my post went live. No matter how you feel about the Kardashians or the Jenners or celebrities in general, if you were in my shoes in that moment and like waiting for the time for the call to start, you would have been just as nervous and anxious as I was. I get nervous and anxious just calling like my dentist. So to do this call, oh my gosh, I was pacing around. I was doing that thing when you're talking on the phone and you like touch random things and like clean random spots. That's what I was doing, so I was so nervous. But the call went really well, and it started off really nice, and it was really just like general and sort of getting to her questions. But there was one thing that she asked me that has stuck with me since then, and this was a long time ago. She was asking me about like the hate that I get online, and I was telling her about it, and I said, but I'm sure like it's nothing compared to the amount of hate that you get on a daily basis. And without missing a beat, she said it doesn't matter who you are or the amount of things that are being said about you. If it hurts you, it's valid and it matters, and nobody should feel like because someone else is more famous than them that they don't have the right to feel hurt if they're being bullied online. And it stuck with me. So when we were wrapping up the call, I mentioned that we were having an LA screening of, or LA premiere of my documentary, and she said she would love to go to it. Now, I thought that's something that's just like polite for people to say, you know, also like it's Kylie Jenner. And we went to New York and we did the premiere there and did a bunch of press and then flew from New York to LA. We go to LA, we're in the theater watching the documentary, and my publicist came up to me and kneeled down and whispered that Kylie was on her way. And before I knew it, she was literally sitting next to me in the movie theater, and it was Kylie, me, and my mom, and we're watching my movie together, and she was laughing and genuinely emotional watching it. It definitely like a what in the world is my life moment. But when she got there, it was at a part where I was talking about like how I look and I feel and all of these things, and she was genuinely was relating to it and watching it. We ended up going outside and we talked for a while and took some photos, and she apologized for being late because she went to the wrong movie theater, and instead of her saying like, oh, I can't make it, like I went to the wrong place, she still made the effort to go to the correct location and still went to see the documentary. And even after that, like that whole seeing her then, she still agreed to be a part of a campaign that I then did, and I'm with Lizzie
Hi,
campaign,
I'm
and she
Kylie
did
Jenner,
a video
and
for it.
I am with Lizzie.
But what was so cool about that is there was no TV cameras, there was no paparazzi, there was nothing there, and nobody really knew that she was there, and she did it just out of the kindness of her heart. It was funny because after she posted my stuff on her Instagram, for a while, a good while, everywhere I went, there were people that were like, oh my god, are you the girl that Kylie posted? Oh my gosh, do you know her? Did you talk to her? It was so funny. Everyone knew me as that. And I even got a voicemail from TMZ, and they were wanting to talk to me about working with Kylie Jenner and wanted to know what my experience was like. I was like, I'm not gonna call you. Also, how did you get my number? Also, did I officially make it that TMZ is calling me? But anyway, that happened. I'm not saying all of this because I want to defend her or stick up for her, and I will be the first to say that I don't agree with everything that she or her family does or says. And their life is their life, and have they created, intentionally or unintentionally created, these seemingly impossible beauty standards that people have gone to insane lengths to try to reach? Yes, that has been a thing. But when it comes to feeling insecure, or someone talking about someone else's looks and making you feel bad about yourself, whether you have, by your own choice, and used your own money to change that appearance, it still doesn't feel good. I have such a deep, deep sense of empathy for people, especially when it comes to this topic. For me, it's only right to be able to give someone like her a little bit of grace and to allow her the space to feel how she's feeling, whether it's true or not, whatever the reasoning is behind it. I'm trying really hard to word this the right way. I think my point is empathy and compassion for someone else shouldn't be selective. None of us have the right to say, because you do what you do, or say what you say, or spend what you spend, or change what you change, you are not allowed to have empathy sent your way. You might not agree with everything they do or decide, and it's a whole other thing. But to me, I think it would only be fair, and I know some of you are probably going to say they don't deserve anything at all. That's just not how I'm wired. That's not how I'm built. I don't know whether someone deserves something or not, especially when it comes to compassion. I think being the bigger person means being able to show that and offer that space for somebody else, even if you don't know them, even if they're a celebrity. That's it. That's my 2 cents. I hope it makes sense. Anyway, that's it.